Oh, I've mentioned this before, but I was thinking about it with regards to like how this had, to me, a bit of religious flavor in it, and how it's such a strongly held belief, and why is it such a strongly held belief? You know, Trevor Noah, you said, is going to say one thing to his audience and potentially another in a group, and that's not because he's being deceptive. I think it's because the most strongly held beliefs are the ones that make you socially acceptable, and in his circle community of viewers, that is a belief that makes him acceptable and a champion of all sorts of things. It's also believes it gives you a special place in the universe, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with explaining the most evidence or getting things right, because we just have evolved to make other people like us, so we survive. So I was just thinking of my own life. What are the things that keep me socially acceptable? And the biggest one is that I think, or the first one, not the biggest one, is related to sort of capitalism, and like why I get to be the boss of Charisma on Command is because I made it, and it keeps it socially acceptable. So I didn't get to go deep on it because I was just thinking about this beforehand, but I don't know if that sparks anything in your mind.
No, I mean, I think the one thing I think of is that I think a lot of people feel is how important dating is. I think there's a biological desire to reproduce. There's a desire to have physical comfort and emotional connection. But I also think there's a stigma that's getting less and less around being single, such that I think people who are single feel, even if they don't mind not having a boyfriend or girlfriend, even if they like their alone time, even if they actually are quite happy minute to minute of their day, hanging out with friends, going to a job they like, playing video games at night, or reading a book, that they have a sense of failing at society's scorecard. You know what I mean? Like, they are a failure. They are not good enough because they don't have a significant other. And I think that's something, I don't think it's caused by society.
But what you're saying is that that belief is in place because that keeps you socially acceptable. If you have a significant other, therefore you fit better?
Yes. If you were just a guy or a girl who had casual sex all the time and was really happy about it and never felt a lack for anything more because you had a close family ties, close friendships, you had a dog, like you're getting connection, long-term connection everywhere except for your sex life. But every wedding you brought a different person. I think people would talk shit behind your back.
Got it.
And I think you would know that they were talking shit behind your back. And I think that's, and if you brought no one, let's say, so there's one is you're having sex with a bunch of different people.
Yeah, there's
and then
the solo.
Socially acceptable is
the stag.
Monogamy. And then the other one is just celibate. And at every wedding you're bringing no one. I think you'd be peppered by family and friends. How's your dating life? And then I think you'd get, maybe this person's in the closet. Yeah. Oh, surely they can't just be happy being single. Like, what's wrong with them? Oh, blah, blah, blah. And so I think that's something that we all believe and get brainwashed to believe and do, not just to fit in, but I think there's a strong sense that you don't fit in if you don't have a significant other. Yeah. And there's a small exception, which is like when you're in college or early 20s and you're a guy, and then it's actually totally cool and you get lauded for having sex with a bunch of randos. But then as you get older, you stop getting lauded for it. So yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure from society to,
well, I mean, you said guys. I mean, I even think it's stronger for women, right? As you get, because people are not bothering me, is the truth. At least in my own weird little family.
You have created a very unique social circle.
Is that true? Okay, never mind then. Well, I imagine that women get it stronger at my age of 33.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just saying I don't think women get lauded for hooking up a bunch in college. I was saying men have that one exception. Yeah. Whereas I think women the whole time are shamed for being single and for hooking up with a bunch of different people. Got it. I think men are shamed for hooking up with a bunch of people once they hit like their 30s, or for being single at any point in time. But that in their 20s, it's like, you get a pass for being not dating. Yeah.
Do you have some stuff?
Sure. It's completely different than this.
Well, I have more if we want to do it. This is the last one that's semi-related.
Sure. I mean, you get a good sense for what we read about. You read about hate crimes, and I read about like random business stuff and random stories.
Well, so last week, Justin posted something the other day that was, it had PewDiePie in the title and was like racist gamers. And I was like, Justin, take this down. This isn't what I mean. Yeah. And I had that sense of panic. And, Justin is doing exactly what I taught him, which is like, use the most famous person you could possibly think of and a title that is true, but like on the edgy side to get clicks, right? So Justin's doing exactly what I taught him, and I'm going to scale you back on this because I don't think we mentioned that we thought that was PewDiePie at all, but I had the thought, I was like, okay, if I get canceled and I believe the thing I got canceled for, I can at least stress out about money, but rest easy. You know, I'd be like, you know what? My views are apparently unacceptable to the world.
That's not what's going to happen, though.
Well, this is what I was like, not for something I don't even believe. Like, that was the feeling that I had. And I realized that that's actually one of my, it's not just that we would be canceled, which is a genuine concern that I think about often. It's that I would be canceled for something that is not actually.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen, dude. What are you talking about? Oh, I just hope that my nuanced, thoughtful, they watch the whole podcast. Well, dude, they're going to cut out 14 seconds out of context and then just put it on every social media platform there is.
Yeah.
And then you hate gay people, even though you have close gay friends and it's not true and whatever. No, that's just your thing now. Now you're canceled.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm also,
dude, do you think Kevin Hart actually hates gay people because 12 years ago he made a joke about his son and hitting him with a dollhouse?
No, he just got canceled from the. Oh, so I didn't watch it at all, but Bill Burr, Emmys, whatever. I just think it's interesting that the only way I think these award shows know it, that they can remain relevant, is by picking somebody who's like edgy and then having them go piss off a bunch of people and having that come on.
Did Bill Burr just host something?
Bill Burr was on the Emmys. I didn't watch it because I was like, this is such a fucking trap. This is like, I caught you this time. You guys asked Bill Burr to come on your very woke show.
And is this recent?
Yes, it was 5 days ago.
Okay.
He said some stuff, whatever. And then there was a backlash. And I bet you that clip got more views than the entire Emmys did.
Oh, yeah.
Which is also funny that Ricky
Gervais is the best at this. That's why they've had him host award shows like 9 times.
They keep having him back, and they keep
shitting on everybody.
Yeah,
like, we would love for you to come back again, please.
Please do this. It reminded me of just the question: why do we imbue collectively? And I'm going to stop as best I can personally these organizations, which I include Ivy League schools, the Grammys, the Emmys, the award shows, Forbes 30 under 30, with any sort of power. Like these things are stupid. And sure, there's some correlation between people who go to Harvard and there's a lot between having high IQ, but getting into these places and being accepted by them is such a stupid rubric. And as soon as we collectively withdraw the need to be validated or appreciated by these sorts of institutions, they die and wither on the vine.
Well, yeah, when I hire a marketing person, I'm not looking for someone with a marketing degree from Harvard Business School. Just looking for a guy who's done marketing for an organization similar to ours and has a track record of success.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be more and more common. But yeah, I've never been like, oh, I really like this person, but they went to this, not an Ivy League school. Like, can you just show me evidence that you've done this job well? Okay, cool. You're hired.
Did anything good in the past that is related to this? Yeah. Hope that you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more like this and have us do more podcasts, we are 100% funded by our generous patrons. And if you'd like to contribute, there's a link in the description, and we'll have one pop up on the screen right here so that we can do more podcasts where we have fun conversations and hopefully some deep ones like this. Either way, hope that you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.